Last time I checked, you've lost like 6 kilos, haven't you?
Yes, I've lost 7.
Yeah, nice, man. That's brilliant. So you started you're about the 100 mark, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, and now you're down to,
93.
yeah, nice, man.
So sort of, it's always like with your weight loss, it's never just straight down. It's always a bit of a jagged curve.
Yeah,
Yeah, sort of bouncing around like being between sort of 90, 93, 93.5.
yeah, yeah, nice, man. That's sick. That's good. Thing is, it's staying consistent, which is what you want. It's not like you're sort of dropping down and then jumping back up heaps.
Nah, yes,
Staying,
staying pretty consistent.
which is good. That's good, man. So, first question. So, how fit, healthy, and strong do you feel now compared to before you started the program?
Oh, compared to when I start, tenfold. Feels so good. So even just for doing everything, feel a lot stronger. Even with my work, I notice it because my work's pretty physical,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like just it feels heaps better than it did.
Yeah.
Don't seem to get as burnt out as easy.
Yeah, exactly. You get a lot more resilient. And the thing is, when you're doing that sort of stuff and you're challenging yourself physically in that sort of way in the gym, like it's a mental challenge as well because you have to get there. It's like a little win.
Yeah.
So you build up these little wins and you build up this resilience just by the fact that you're there and doing it. And then all of a sudden when a challenge sort of presents itself in any other situation, it makes it a hell of a lot easier to get through it because you just know that you've flogged yourself in the gym, you know that you're capable of overcoming challenges, which makes it fucking awesome. So what's been the biggest change for you physically? So how long did it take before you started feeling like you were accomplishing something and getting fitter and healthier?
Probably, I'd say probably around maybe 2 weeks or something. I started noticing it.
Yeah, nice, man. That's pretty good.
So yeah, I've started like because I lift. Well, we do a lot of lifting out at work, like because putting air conditioners in roofs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes, it's like we move heavy as units. Like some of the outdoors we move are 200 odd kilos.
Yeah, right.
And if sometimes there's only could be like 2 or 3 of us. So that's sort of as well. You're straining pretty hard to move them sometimes.
Yeah, I bet
And
you.
I noticed with that mainly on the big dogs.
I bet you did, man.
Yeah.
That's another thing about the program is all learning how to move efficiently as well and learning how to lift properly. Do you find that guys at work get injured a fair bit?
Not. Yeah, we do have a few injuries, but nothing too far. It's normally the guys who haven't really been doing it very long that come in and get injured. So all the other guys are pretty good. A lot of the guys I work with play B and A grade footy and stuff like that. So they're pretty fit.
Yeah, nice. That's sweet.
Fit as it is.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So, biggest change that you've experienced physically? So obviously lifting things a lot easier, but is there anything else that stands out to you as a big physical change?
Yeah, well, even just the way I even feel, I don't get sort of sluggish like I used to feel.
Yeah.
You just start at the end of a big day, you feel pretty sloppy and wrecked. I don't feel like that anymore. Sort of
nice.
Still plenty of energy and stuff like that.
That's brilliant.
Fitting back into smaller clothes as well.
Yeah, you got to be happy with that. You don't have to go buy new ones.
Nah.
That's good, man. I remember our first call together. You were talking about not wanting to be that sort of person that felt sloppy. So it's cool to see. Like I remember specifically chatting to you about that and about people that you've seen like in your life that just you can tell they don't have it together. They just everything's sloppy for them. So it's good to see that You've
Yeah, 100%.
noticed
That was sort of my main goal, really, with everything.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And just sort of get the ball rolling to stay like that as well.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I think the biggest thing with that is the education side of things as well. So knowing why you're doing what you're doing. And I can't remember how you've been going with the content, but the fact that you're in the gym, you're doing the work, and you're getting those technique reviews, it means you're learning how to do it pretty sustainably. Do you feel like you've got the knowledge that you need to continue going and maintaining what you've achieved?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've got sort of now, like I didn't really know much now, or with going to the gym because I was never really into it or anything as well. But now from doing this after a few weeks and with the reviews and stuff, I feel like I can go and got more confidence now and can just keep going.
Yeah.
Like don't get nervous about going to the gym either.
Yeah, that's good. Because I remember even for me, man, sometimes like I don't go to a commercial gym too often. I'm usually in sort of smaller facilities. And I know me personally, when I go into a commercial gym, even I get a little bit overwhelmed and a bit self-conscious with some of the machines. You see them and you go, what the hell's that? You see all these dudes in there and it's like even that's a bit overwhelming for me. So it's cool to see that you've gotten more comfortable in that environment, man. And it's just exposure.
Yeah.
So the physical change that you've noticed is the way you're feeling. You're not getting sluggish. What about mentally? What's the biggest mental change?
Oh, just motivation. Don't feel down all the time. Wake up with energy.
Yeah.
Like with sort of I think that's half of the mental thing as well, is the energy. It just brings you down mentally if you don't want to go do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're after going to the gym and constantly going. Now I want to be up early every day and doing stuff every day.
Yeah. Making the most of the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And as it is with 2 kids, don't really struggle with time as it is.
Yeah.
Working full time and 2 kids.
Yeah. Man, you've done bloody well in terms of your time management in getting the work done. So you've got 2 kids, you work full time, and you don't have your license either. So, and you've still been getting to the gym and doing the work 4 to 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've done I've done a few weeks, 6 days as well. I've got an extra day.
Man, that's unreal. That takes a lot of effort. What for you was it that allowed you to do that? Because some people come up with some pretty lame excuses in terms of their ability to put the time in to achieve what they want. For you, what allowed you to make that commitment and do that?
Just wanting to lose the weight. I was pretty determined to lose it.
Yeah.
Get fit, so I'd even have days where I'd get home, could not be bothered going to the gym, but I don't know how to explain it, but I just push myself through I'll just get there, and then once I'm there and I start doing the stuff, it's not that bad anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. The biggest thing is just getting there, I think, and it's that of getting there.
Yeah, so even getting there, so I did get lifts and that a few times, and then if I just get on the mountain bike and ride there.
Yeah, man, that's sick.
Just get it done.
Yeah.
There's never you can't do something. If you want to do something, you can get it done.
Exactly. Good old Yoda quote: "Do or do not. There is no try."
Yeah, that's it.
So, what was your biggest win in the program?
The weight that I've lost, the more having motivation, well, mainly the weight, obviously, because that's what I want, and then having the mindset now and the knowing what I'm doing when I go, so I can just keep going.
Yeah, that's brilliant, man.
It was pretty much there's heaps. It could go on for days.
That's brilliant, man. I'm stoked to hear that, man. That's fucking awesome. So in terms of since starting the program, how has your life changed? What's different now compared to when you started?
Just all the same things again, really.
Same things, yeah.
Just wake up, like if I when got just plenty of energy to go do stuff, and compared to what I did at the start. The start, some days are a struggle if I've had a massive week, because I do days where, some days I've gone from my house at 6 o'clock in the morning, or even earlier, 5:30, and I don't get home some nights until, it could be 8 o'clock, especially in summertime, doing air conditioning. But yeah, it's still just finding that motivation. Like I've just had days where, before I just couldn't be bothered. I sort of felt like there was you have a day, you just don't really want to do anything. You just burnt out, where I don't really get like that now either.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I wake up feeling the same at the end of the week as the start of the week, where before, by the end of the week, I'm dead.
Yeah. That's cool. And then there's something else I was going to ask. How has your family reacted? So how have your kids reacted to what you're doing?
Good. They're still the same. Like my daughter's only 2, so she's just 24/7 hectic, unless she's sleeping. But yeah, they're like there with my son. It's heaps good. Like I'll go do more stuff with him. He's right into his he does all his Muay Thai and stuff like that. So I've just got motivation now and the energy to go do that kind of stuff with him now as well, and get involved. And a lot more time as well, motorbike riding and stuff together. So he's loving it.
Yeah, you went and got motorbike ride recently, didn't you?
Yeah. I've done a couple like ride days and stuff, and then done a race. But I've just got rid of the bike and got a new one. So
nice.
Pretty keen to start getting pretty deep back into that as well.
That's brilliant. Did you notice much of a difference in terms of your performance when you were riding after doing the gym work?
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
Yeah, massively. Yeah. I sort of had a fair bit of a time off the bike, but yeah, I could hold out. Motos are pretty hard to do. Like if you've ever ridden, it's the same as any sport, I suppose. But you try to do a 15. Yeah, well, doing a 15-minute moto is like at pace is pretty hard.
Yeah, right.
And I sort of seem to even push through a lot more. Like normally, after not riding for a while, didn't ride for a couple of years, and then come back, could struggle, do like a 10-minute moto trying to ride decent pace, and you're dead. But now, 15 minutes, I was easy getting ready for 20.
That's fantastic, man. So when it came to the price of the program, obviously it's a premium price point. How did you rationalise that decision and justify that premium price that you paid for the program?
I was looking around for a bit anyway, as it was, and I just saw all the, like looking at all the other reviews and stuff that you had as well. All the other I watched a couple of the other videos as well, and then so obviously I got onto you through the internet, and then I just liked the way you done everything over the top of everyone else.
Yeah, nice.
And the communication is real good as well.
That's brilliant, and that means a lot.
So there's techniques on everything, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. And if you focus on that technique, it just makes everything a hell of a lot more simple. So for you, so obviously you liked what I had to offer, but why for you? Why were you searching for someone? Like, what made you make that commitment to jump into something like this?
Just for mainly, I'd say probably my kids, like 90% of it.
Yeah.
And then, just the same. I don't want to be old and just keep going and just not caring about it. I want to try sort of get fitter now while I'm still at an age where it's easier.
Yeah.
and then I can stay constant. I've been thinking about it for a long time before I even did anything about it.
Yeah.
And just time wise and stuff, it was just hard to sort of make it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of reasons. I like being active. I'm a pretty active person.
Yeah.
And just like to feel better and like to be good at the things I do. Yeah. And being fit helps with a lot of those.
Yeah. I'm glad I called you on it. It seemed like the timing was pretty spot on.
Yeah. Definitely.
So in regards to, back to the making time, and why you're doing it. So some people, time is the excuse.
Yeah.
What is your advice to them when it comes to making the time for it? Or more importantly, why did you make time for it?
I made time because I'm a pretty motivated person to, when I want to do something, I'll get it done. But I highly recommend to just push yourself. You can't just sit there, each day that you think about it, it's another day that you haven't done it.
Yeah.
And you just never, you got to jump that wall. You can't just sit on the fence. The fence is so long.
Nothing gets done.
No, that's right.
So what was your favourite part of the program, man? What did you feel was the most valuable aspect of it?
The techniques. The technique, like reviews, I'd say.
Yeah.
So you just to get better form, and because I do know a few other guys as well that have done stuff and been injured at the gym.
Yeah.
They're trying to do weights and doing it wrong.
Yeah, brilliant. That's awesome, man. And then what do you feel is different about this program compared to others that you've seen or seen advertised? So you said you've been looking around for a bit. How was this program different to any other ones that you'd seen or done?
Oh, just the help that you get. So if you need a technique reviewed, you can just send it through and you'll get a reply pretty quick.
Yeah.
On how to improve it, where you're going wrong. There's no big noting anyone. It's just it is what it is. It's there to get the job done.
Yeah. That's cool, man. And I've got to be honest with you, you've done really, really well, and you didn't even utilise the program to its full extent.
Nah.
I was trying to reach out to you more, to try and help you more, and you still went sweet, man. So what do you think it was that allowed you to do that without utilising sort of the full extent of all the support that you could get?
Well, what I was doing, because I've already had all the reviews in and stuff, I did that for a couple of times, sent in all the videos, got all the reviews, and then learned from that. And then I'd watch the technique reviews as well. I'm thinking then, because I'm pretty shit with phones, always in a roof. I'll go through phones like underwear. And then, so I'd just save everything sort of, so I already had it there. So then if I went to the gym after work, I already had everything sort of written down, what I needed to do.
Yeah.
Just in case, because the hours at work, obviously my phone would be dead by the time I get to the gym. So, sometimes if I'm gone from the house, like I was saying, at 5:30, couldn't get to the gym until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then that's a long day. So I just, if I didn't have my phone or something, I just had everything, written down.
That's really impressive, man. The fact that you made that conscious effort to do that, because at times I thought you were potentially drifting away a little bit and not doing the work, just because how busy you were that you just couldn't communicate. So the fact that you're actually still doing that and making sure that you had everything set to go so that after a long day you can still get the work done, that's fucking amazing, man. I want to give you credit for that, because not many people are capable of doing that.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
That's not a problem, man. So in regards to the program, Would you recommend the program to people, and who would you recommend it to?
Oh, 100%. Anybody that wants to lose weight or get stronger or fitter, or is already doing anything with a sport or something and wants to get better at it.
Yeah.
Just to anyone that even wants to just better themselves, really.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. And then for you, what was your biggest learning and takeaway from the program? What is the one thing that
biggest learning
that you could share with other people? Biggest learning and takeaway.
Oh, that I'll have these. Like, I can now go to the gym 5 days a week for forever without help. I can just go get it done. I know what to do. I know my nutrition, what to eat, how to, calorie count and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I can maintain myself now.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome. I'm stoked with that, because that's what I want for everyone that goes through. So to hear that you've got that, man, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. In regards to the nutrition side of things, obviously I'm not massively passionate about the nutrition side of things, but I know that people need to know about it. I'm more into the technique review side of things. How did you find the nutrition tracking and that side of things? What was your experience with that?
Yeah, good. It was sort of hard at the start because you go on. I went on such a big drop, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, it was good. It took probably, I don't know, a couple of days to get used to it and trying to, even to lose weight. Obviously, like you calorie counting, you don't realise how much you eat or need to stop eating until you're doing that. It's pretty hard to just do it by guessing.
Yeah.
So it makes a massive difference.
Yeah. And do you feel like you've now developed more of an intuition around calories and eating, so that you potentially in the future don't necessarily have to track, but you've got more of an intuitive feeling about what you need to eat?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Even like if I went out one night, like I had a housewarming party to go to for a mate, so I knew I was going to have a few drinks that night, so I saved calories so that I could do that, worked out what I was drinking, how many calories were in the drinks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's sick, man. The idea is like, I don't want, like, you're not going to be calorie counting for the rest of your life. The idea of my philosophy is you do it for a period and you teach yourself about the calorie contents of the food you eat most frequently. So you've got an understanding of it. And then that way you don't have to do it forever. You get an understanding, you build that intuition, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier. And because, man, I don't want to be calorie counting for the rest of my life. All you need to do is do it.
I don't think anyone does.
Not at all. All you got to do is just do it a couple of times, and you start to get an understanding, and you don't have to. Don't have to track from there unless you got really specific goals. But man, that's awesome. So, last message: if you had anything to share with anyone watching, what would you want them to know? What would you want to share about the program, about your experience?
Well, I think the experience was great. I think anyone should do it. Anyone who wants to set goals, set higher goals, see better in themselves, get off the couch and get amongst it.
Man, thank you very much. It's been awesome chatting to you and actually going over it a little bit and having a bit more of a conversation, man. That's really cool.